Hello there, everybody. Hey, welcome to this latest episode of Movies Merica. Spoiler warning, a very Christmas episode of Movies Merica. Spoiler warning here. And let me take care of a little house cleaning right here. I had to turn down the volume on my little playback right there. So that's a little inside baseball for the show that you guys really don't care about, and I don't blame you. But yes, we are going to get all Griswoldy, if that is a word. If it's not, it is now. Here on Movies Merica, spoiler warning. And so this is and I can't believe I have to say this, but this is going to be a spoiler-heavy episode where we are getting very spoiler-heavy about Christmas Vacation. Okay, I know the movie has been out for, I don't know how many decades now. So if you haven't seen it, and you accidentally stumble upon this show and you hear some spoilers that you didn't intend to, well, that's your own damn fault. You had like 4 or 5 decades or 4 decades to watch the movie there, okay? But before we do too much of a deep dive, too much of an autopsy on Christmas Vacation, first, this.
In a world where the number of movies available is great, but many are so bad, you'll learn a new definition of hate. One man sifts and reviews through the movie sludge. One man will be the movie cop, jury, and judge. He goes by many names, but you know him by Movies Merica.
All right, everybody. So it is a thirsty Thursday here in the month of December, Christmas season. And so this is your enjoyment, or this is your enjoyment. Let me rephrase it. This is your opportunity to grab whatever you're imbibing on tonight, whether it's a brew or a cocktail, or maybe you're a wine drink, say a little wine, maybe have a little Merlot or something like that. Me, I'm having a very heavy beer here tonight that I will be going over later on in brew review time. Boys and girls, that's what we call a tease. Okay, I'm teasing you about the brew review time, so we're going to get into that. But real quick, I want to welcome my movie maniacs. Yes, I know you guys are out there, and I want to welcome my fellow freedom-fueled film fanatics. Yes, you're crazy. You're crazy from the heat, okay? And you're here on the show that can't be beat. All right, so let's meet. See, screw you, Eminem. I just made that off the top of my head right there. So I got mad rhymes. I got mad skills. I can't pay the bills with them yet, because no one has, no one has recognized my awesome skills, my awesome talents. But someday, you never know. When I grow up and I'm a big boy, maybe I can be a white rapper. There we go. But we're gonna get into Christmas Vacation. We're gonna do a little comparison between what a modern trailer for Christmas Vacation would look like compared to the all-classic Christmas Vacation trailer. And it's going to be quiz time later on for Christmas Vacation as well. I'm going to quiz myself because I haven't seen this quiz quite yet. So I am going to put one foot in the pressure cooker and one foot in the frying pan. And my stomach is going to feel kind of like an overstuffed vacuum bag there as I feel the pressure. I'm probably going to have some flop sweat coming down as I go through the quiz, as we go through the quiz over Christmas Vacation later on. And I got some a new segment I want to test drive out with you guys later on. Okay, here. It's a question-related segment there. That's as much as you're gonna get, okay? And then, of course, I'm going to be doing my movie military moment where I'm going to salute a vet there as well. And then I already mentioned it before. I'm going to review a beer in brew review time right there. But, it doesn't just have to be me yapping on this show, okay? You guys can get in the live chat on Rumble or YouTube and live chat with me about, the obvious first thing that would come to mind that you could live chat with me about is Christmas Vacation, right? The movie Christmas Vacation, Chevy Chase, Randy Quaid, Beverly D'Angelo, okay, Juliette Lewis, all those, okay, live chat with me about Mary, the hot lingerie lady there, who, by the way, this is going to make you guys feel old, but Nicollete Scorsese, who played the sexy lingerie saleswoman, Mary, she's now 70 years old. Do you feel prehistoric yet? Yep, exactly. So I know I can feel it. You guys are all fuck you. I hear it right there. I deserve that right there. But yeah, let's get into some Christmas vacation. And as you guys all know, that John Hughes wrote Christmas Vacation. He also wrote European Vacation and the original Vacation. And he wrote it based on his vacation stories that he wrote for National Lampoons. So National Lampoon magazine out of Harvard. I'm gonna digress here like I always do, but there is a great National Lampoon movie, or all about the start of National Lampoon here. Let me look that up here real quick. It is like what is that? It's like oh yeah, that's what it's called. Okay, guys, just popped in my head. So it's a stupid and futile gesture. It's on Netflix there. So it's a mouthful. Not to go all Hawk 2 on you, but yeah, it's the name of the movie is A Futile and Stupid Gesture. It's on Netflix. It's all about National Lampoons. It's a great movie. It's a hilarious movie. But National Lampoon made Christmas Vacation, made European Vacation and Vacation, okay, and a number of other movies there as well. But John Hughes, yeah, he wrote he wrote the Vacation, European Vacation, and Christmas Vacation. I don't know if he had anything to do with Vegas Vacation. I don't think I've seen Vegas Vacation all the way through. I tried to watch it and it just bored the fuck out of me. So I was like, I'm not watching this movie anymore. Okay, it was depressing. It was so depressing. Rather, to be honest with you. So I just couldn't keep watching it. But I know he wrote the first 3 movies, and he wrote the first movie before he was known as this world famous director of movies like 16 Candles and The Breakfast Club and Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Pretty in Pink. Well, Pretty in Pink, he didn't direct that, or did he? I think he did. I can't remember. It might have been him or Howard Deutsch. I can't remember. And then also Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. A number of other movies. So by the time Christmas Vacation had come around, he was writing Christmas Vacation. He had already done all those movies that put his name on the map that we all know. I mean, remember 16 Candles and Long Duck Dong and Breakfast Club. Hey, does anybody tell you that you raid Barry Manilow's wardrobe? I mean, that kind of thing. So it's all good. And hey, we got Lindy Rick 87. He's here. Pants are off. Let's party. Yes, exactly right there. So get naughty, get raunchy. All right. So let's just get it nasty and doity up in here. And hey, Will, hey, welcome right there. Christmas Vacation is one of your favorite Christmas movies. Hey, honey, our shitter's full. Yeah, it's like Clark Griswold's like, hey, honey, have you checked our shitters? Okay. So yeah, and then I love it like when Clesanetti's out there, he's emptying out his shitter. And then the snobby neighbors come home, or when the snobby neighbors like about to go out jogging or something like that, he's like, he looks out there and sees this redneck out there emptying his shitter from his crappy rusted out shithole of a RV, and he just sees that and he's all intimidated, like, oh my god, I can't handle this. This is too much for me to handle. He runs like a little soy boy back inside right there. So love it right there. And hey, we got my brother Dav here right there checking out the show right there. Greetings from the Ebert compound. Mom, Dad, Angie, and I are watching from Iowa. So how you guys doing there, family? Love you right there. I'm just picturing you there in that Ebert compound. And I know you guys can appreciate some Christmas Vacation because I'm sure around that Ebert compound there in the family room, and I'm sure that you guys are probably in, I would imagine, there's a Christmas Vacation VHS tape or DVD or something like that all floating around. And I think that's because it was like a state law or a federal law. Everybody 20, 30 years ago had to have a Christmas Vacation VHS. Remember those guys? I remember those VCRs. And maybe if you're a young buck and you're watching the show, Google it, okay? Or a DVD. And it was great. It was awesome because when you bust out the Christmas Vacation, you throw it in there to watch. it's just another reminder, along with like drinking gallons of eggnog, that the holiday season or the Christmas season is here. And Davin will, I'm sure he'll remember this, and the rest of the family, my family that are watching right now, they'll remember the story that I told during my spoiler-free review that I did back on Sunday. My first encounter with Christmas Vacation and Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo and all that is I went and saw it after I was part of a Christmas program at this parochial school that I went to for part of my high school career. Okay, and we did this Christmas program. I can't remember if it was on a Friday or Saturday night or something like that. And so that after that, we all went to the theater on I think it was a premiere weekend of Christmas Vacation in 1989. Yes, I'm old. I know. I realize that. And so we went there with a group of people from the Christmas program from the school, and just went and saw Christmas Vacation and just laughed our asses off. Okay. And I didn't know what to expect. I remember I had seen European Vacation before that. And so because I thought that movie sucked, I didn't have high expectations for Christmas Vacation. But then before long, I'm seeing, squirrels hop out of Christmas trees, and Cousin Eddie show up, and he's emptying out his shitter, and the neighbors are getting their house destroyed, and you get Cousin Eddie's kidnapping Clark's boss, and all that stuff's happening, and I'm just laughing, and everyone's laughing. I'm looking around in the theater, and everyone's just cracking up and having a good time, and it reminds me like how much I miss that communal event, that a communal activity of being in a packed movie theater and everyone looking around and having a good time and whatnot. So, and that was way before we have all the entertainment choices that we have now. So, and we got to doing pretty good. Might see you in a few days in Texas. VCRs. Remember VCRs? Exactly. So, and he'll remember this. I remember like back, not that you guys all are signed up to watch this show to, take a trip down, take 27 trips down memory lane with me. But VCRs, I'm always reminded, like, we didn't have a VCR, that we owned right off the bat. But so I was always the little kid, like, nagging my mom and dad, like, I want to watch the movies. I want to watch the movies, And so we went out and we rented a VCR. We rented a VCR from a U-Haul store of all things. And it was like when VCRs were like the size of a Buick, So I remember we got a VCR the size of a Buick, and we're watching like Mr. Mom and some other movies on there and that kind of thing. So, but it's that's what I think of when I think of VCRs. And then before long, VCRs were like this big, and you can get them for like a nickel at Walmart there. So, Will has a question here, trivia question, everybody. What are the Yuppie Neighbors characters' names? I know them, but it's because I've seen the show so many times right there. I'm going to count down from 5, and then I'm going to say them. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They are Todd and Margot. That's the names of the next door neighbors right there. So it's like, how did the floor get wet? I don't know, Margot. Which makes you wonder, like, how do they not know how the floor got wet? I mean, they've got a hole in their glass patio door, their French doors, from the direction of that no good Clark Griswold's house right there. So it's, I know it's a comedy. It's a raunchy comedy. They're not really going for realism and all that stuff right there. But, yeah. And Lindy Rig 87 has Laserdisc. Yeah, I remember Laserdisc right there. I remember those, if the movie was too long, you had to flip the disc over. Because I had The Abyss. Remember The Abyss? I had that on Laserdisc, and I had the extended version of The Abyss. So I think you had to flip that sucker like 2 times during watching that right there. And then Lady Ring 87 again. Samsonite, I was way off. Yes, we fully endorse Dumb and Dumber references here at Movies America Incorporated. But yeah, John Hughes knocked it out of the park with writing Christmas Vacation. And of course, he threw some naughty elements into it like he did with the first Vacation. Now, the first Vacation was R-rated, and then European Vacation, Christmas Vacation, and all the vacation movies after that are like PG-13 or PG. So they couldn't get quite as raunchy or anything like that. So there wasn't but they still threw some raunch in there and that kind of thing. And so that was so obviously you're gonna have a scene like Clark, thirsting over the the hot lingerie saleswoman there, and then his son Rusty, who for some reason Rusty got younger and younger with every vacation movie. It's weird. It's like an abnormal aging imbalance or something like that. I don't know if they got some Benjamin Button action going on with Rusty there, but it was just weird. And of course, Rusty in Christmas Vacation was played by Johnny Galecki, who pretty much everybody knows better as not Sheldon, who's the other guy. Anyway, whoever watches The Big Bang Theory will correct me on the name right there. So, but yeah, John Hughes, just knocked out of the park. And the thing about John Hughes, if you guys don't know a whole lot about John Hughes, and why would you unless you're a movie nerd like me, John Hughes could write a movie script, it's been said, in like 5-10 minutes. Obviously, it's a massive exaggeration, but he could write a script really quickly. And that did come into play with Christmas Vacation, because originally this movie Christmas Vacation was going to be directed by Chris Columbus. And Chris Columbus, you probably know him better as the director of the first 2 Harry Potter movies. I think he did Mrs. Doubtfire as well. And but he was going to direct Christmas Vacation, but he met with Chevy Chase, and him and Chevy Chase just did not get along. Chris Columbus. Technically, I am right. I'm sure his name is Christopher Columbus. But Chris Columbus, after he met with Chevy Chase, he called John Hughes and said, "There's no way I can direct this movie. This Chevy Chase guy, he's an asshole. Okay, I can't direct this guy. I can't direct a movie with this guy in it." But Chris Columbus said, "Hey, but John, I need some work, man. All right, I'm eating ramen noodles here. I'm sleeping out of the back of my Ford Pinto." Okay, maybe he wasn't doing all that, but he wanted some work, right? He wanted some work. And so John Hughes was like, "Hey, no problem there, buddy, old pal of mine. All right, let me see what I can do." And so John Hughes, in true John Hughes fashion, he whipped up a screenplay like a day or two or something like that. And then Chris Columbus directed the movie based on that screenplay. And that movie is a little movie you may have heard of. It's called Home Alone. Yes, Home Alone. Home Alone, it made a few dollars. Okay, it made a few dollars at the movie theater. Okay, and I think fate worked out very nicely for Chris Columbus right there, because as good as Christmas Vacation is, Home Alone was a much bigger box office hit. I mean, that thing was a juggernaut. I remember in 1990 when Home Alone. I leave it up. I can expect no less from Lindy Riggedy. Some Home Alone. Yeah, that's the movie that you have to go back behind the curtain at the video store. There, the last remaining video store in the world. You have to go back behind the curtain, because when you go back in that section, you're full of shame. I don't want anybody to see me, so I have to go behind the curtain, because I'm a sleaze bag. I'm a perv, So yeah, so you had to go back behind the curtain there, Lindy Riggedy 7, for the Home Alone there, right there. But you know what? Great movie, great cinematography in Home Alone. I can imagine that. Character development could use some work, but great cinematography in that. But yeah, I'd say, Home Alone. I got to see now. I now have to work and struggle to say that name correctly. Thanks, Lindy Rig. So Home Alone, that thing was like Beverly Hills Cop and Titanic. Big movies that when they came out, they're like, you'll check on your watch, you're looking at the date, like, my God, that movie is still in theaters. That movie's been in theaters for like 27 years now. So Home Alone, yeah, was a big hit for Chris Columbus, and then I think like after that. He did, like I said before, Mrs. Doubtfire and the first 2 Harry Potter movies. And Chris Columbus, before he did Home Alone, he wrote The Goonies. And what was the other movie? Wrote The Goonies, and he wrote Gremlins. So he had some, had some notches on his belt. Not the kind of notches on the belt that you get, the characters get in Home Alone. No, not those kind of notches. Okay, the career notches in his belt, from writing screenplays and that kind of thing. And so I think it's safe to say people have heard of Goonies and Gremlins and that kind of thing. So good times. And in his spare time, Chris Columbus discovered America right there. Yes, he did. And, he got along swimmingly with all the Native Americans, all the I guess the natives. We'll put it that way right there. That's why everybody in America, with no exceptions, loves celebrating Columbus Day. So without any kind of problems whatsoever. So it's yes. I have to bring the sarcasm there every once in a while. But here, let me take a little drink right there to give you guys a chance to drink right there. So, and I don't know if family up there, they're checking it out. I don't know if you guys have busted out the eggnog right there. Maybe, could, chug some eggnog right now. But I'm going to be doing a little stout right here. That's good stuff. There you go. But real quick here, I want to play a modern trailer for Christmas Vacation, and then we're going to watch the classic trailer for Christmas Vacation. And I'd like to see what you guys think. Which one do you think is better right there? And Lindy Rigg and Will and the family and Beyond Formal. I want you guys to all get involved in here. Just let me know which trailer you think is better right there. And yep, I hear that. Cheers right there. So let's get the imbibing going on. But right here, let's play that modern trailer first.
There it is. Look at it.
It really is beautiful, Clark.
Something else, huh, Russ?
Yeah, Dad. Did you bring a saw?
I give you the Griswold family Christmas tree. You'll be looking a nice fat Christmas bonus this year, huh?
You're gonna blow it on yourself, I hope.
Oh my God, you're putting in a pool.
Ed and I put a $7,500 deposit down on it.
You're the last true family man.
Did I tell you I talked to my mother today? They've decided they're coming for Christmas, too.
Folks, Merry Christmas. It's a bit nipply out. I mean nippy out. What did I say, nipple? We're gonna have the best looking house in town, Russ.
You might be overdoing it, Dad.
He falls and breaks his neck.
I'm sure he'll fall, but I don't think we're lucky enough to have him break his neck.
Forgetting how difficult it's going to be having everybody in the house at the same time.
Clark, dinner's ready.
And why is the carpet all wet, Todd?
I don't know.
I dedicate this house to the Griswold family Christmas. Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
No.
House sure does look swell, Clark. I hope you didn't do this all on our account, Clark.
We have plenty of room.
I know you guys all wanted to hear that Kelly Clarkson song so bad.
Can't believe you're actually standing here in my living room, Eddie. Never thought the day would come.
There, that's an RV.
You'll have some fire, Clark.
No, Bethany, those are Christmas lights.
Don't throw me down, Clark.
I'll try not to, Aunt Bethany.
Real quick, I should mention Aunt Bethany, the actress that played her. She was the original voice of Betty Boop back in the day. And again, I know I'm proving how old I am. And again, young bucks, Google Betty Boop.
Where do you think you're gonna put a tree that big? Bend over and I'll show you.
Here's the heart.
And I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no-good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is. Hallelujah! Holy shit!
Where's the Tylenol?
Where's the Tylenol?
All right, so that's the modern one right there. So let's check out the classic trailer here.
Reason to be jolly, fa la 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 la.
After vacationing across America and throughout Europe,
Take it, Russ.
this holiday season, the Griswolds are going to play it safe.
Clark, we're stuck under
I miss movie trailer guys like that. So
a truck.
They're staying at home.
I give you the Griswold family Christmas tree.
Hope you're not getting sap all over your sweater, Clark.
All Clark wants is a quiet, old-fashioned Christmas.
Sorry. Got a little knot here. You can work on that.
What he's going to get is the gift that keeps on living.
Merry Christmas.
His family.
We didn't come to impose.
Oh, hell, there's plenty of room.
Do you sleep with your brother? Do you know how sick and twisted that is, Mom?
Well, I'm sleeping with your father.
Have you got a kiss for me?
You better take a rain check on that, Art. He's got a lip fungus they ain't identified yet.
But no holiday could ever be more deeply touching.
We were gonna call, but Eddie wanted to make it a surprise.
If I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now.
We're really gonna fly down the hill with this stuff.
So genuinely moving.
Can I refill your eggnog for you? Drive you out to the middle of nowhere, leave you for dead?
More truly uplifting.
Can I show you something?
I was just browsing.
Or more down to earth.
Merry Christmas!
If Santa is smart, he'll stay well clear of this joint. It's a death trap.
Than Christmas with the Griswolds.
Everybody come out quick, look at the lights!
They want you to say grace.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
This year, let Chevy Chase light up your holidays. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That thing had 9 lives. She just spent them all.
You crack up.
Yep. My vote's going towards a classic right there. Apparently, Lindy Rig 87 agrees with me right there. And hey, I got my man Soundboard Lord here joining the show with Eat My Rubber. There you go. So yeah, it's it's a great play on words right there. It's just the way that Clark Griswold, only Clark Griswold, could come up with right there. So yeah, good to see you, your Soundboard Lord, joining the show, enhancing the environment. But yeah, it sounds like that classic trailer just had more fun with it, right? It was just wasn't so uptight, as the modern one right there. The modern one's kind of trying to seem like it's too edgy and trying to be profound, or the classic one just now has that feeling of innocence. And of course, then you have the movie voiceover guy, right? Okay, and now it wasn't Don LaFontaine. Don LaFontaine is hands down the most famous movie trailer guy, and unfortunately, we lost Don LaFontaine. So that's 10 times real fast, like 10 years ago or something like that. So, but he was the most famous guy. So, like, fire up the Predator trailer or something like that. So, and he, did the voiceover for that. So, but yeah, so that I think the classic trailer just wins hands down right there, and you get like some good dialogue and that kind of thing. So, but yeah, it's so it wasn't even fair, right? It wasn't even fair to the modern trailer. So it was like I brought it on a ringer there with the classic trailer. But yeah, we need to bring back the movie trailer guy and bring that back. Probably too many people think it'd be corny if you brought the movie trailer guy back, but I think it would be a breath of fresh air and bringing it back right there. But in that classic trailer, I think in both trailers you saw, Todd and Margot there, the snobby neighbors right there. So, and hey, we got my brother signing off in a few moments. Let's chat again soon. Hey, I just appreciate you joining here for a little bit of your time there. So on Movies Merica, spoiler warning. But yeah, with the snobby neighbors, you had Todd and Margot, and Margot was played by who soon after Christmas Vacation came out would be Elaine from Seinfeld. So when Christmas Vacation came out, nobody knew like what the TV show Seinfeld was. Sure, they knew who Jerry Seinfeld was, because Jerry Seinfeld had been like a famous, stand-up comedian for like 15 years by the time Christmas Vacation came out, but nobody knew that she was Elaine and a terrible dancer on Seinfeld or anything like that. So now, knowing what I know about Julia Louis-Dreyfus now, I kind of like that part. It's kind of a little Schadenfreude when, that scene where Clark opens up the door and Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Margot gets brutally maimed by not just a squirrel, but a big old Rottweiler jumping on her as well. So it's just a fantastic, and man, it's like but it's all fun. It's all good. It's a movie. It's all fake. It's all good right there. So gotta love it. And then you've got Nicholas Guest. He plays Todd, and Nicholas Guest. If that name sounds familiar, it's because he's the brother of Christopher Guest, who was Spinal Tap and married to Jamie Lee Curtis and that kind of thing. So good times right there. So, but we got all kinds of good stuff going on here with Christmas Vacation. But real quick, just want to let you guys know all about our website that we have for Till Death Podcast Network, and that is our tdpn.locals.com website right up there. And so if you're sitting around and you're sitting on your couch and you're like, man, God, I'm so bored. I'm like, oh, I've chewed all my fingernails. I've arranged my sock drawer. I've flossed my cat, done all my taxes. I need some entertainment. All right. I need some sensory motivation, well, then, take that craving and apply it to tdpn.locals.com. That is our Till Death Podcast Network website, where we have all kinds of great content, like blogs and articles and videos all about movies and entertainment, politics, cocktail recipes, music, hot button sizzling topics of the day that everybody's talking about. And you get to check that out at tdpn.locals.com, all presented in a way that you will not find anywhere else. Like, it's a one-of-a-kind in a good way. Okay, this is a very unique there at the website. And as you see down below, if you put in promo code TDPN, you get 1 month free membership there. Okay, so carte blanche, full access. All right, you are a VIP. All right, you get to sit up in the VIP lounge. You get the bottle service with the hot waitresses, and you got everyone dapping you, and you're looking down on all the peasants on the dance floor and all that stuff at Club TDPN. Okay, you get all that for free if you put in promo code TDPN. Okay, and then after that, in order to continue the high roller status there, it's just a measly $3 minimum towards the tdpn.locals.com website. So don't be the big lame-o and go to your family and go like, hey, man, have you guys heard about this tdpn.locals.com website? And they all look at you like, you're just now hearing about this website? We're already there, man. What the hell? Come on, get with it. And so you don't want to be that loser right there. Okay, so, and if you are, it's your fault and your fault only. So check that out right there. So, and let's check out the live chat right here. And oh yeah, we've got activity. We've got activity in the horizon, on the horizon there, if I can actually talk right. So we got Buckeye McGroin there, exactly, the first lady of movies, Merica. Spoiler warning there. So, and then I don't know, we'll have to get more ladies in here because we have to have a second lady and a third lady and a fourth lady and all that stuff. So right there, trans ladies don't count. Okay, so not at all. But welcome there, Buckeye McGroin, as I go down my rabbit hole there on this show. I know I just digress way too much right there. It's like it's too much sugar cereal or something like that. Way too much Captain Crunch, which sounds really delicious right now. Captain Crunch, even though it's going to scratch the shit out of the top of my mouth, the gums, or the the roof of my mouth. But I love it. So, love this. Beyond Formal, really buttering me up. Saying I give the best reviews right there. So, Beyond Formal. No, I'm not coming over to your house and washing your car for the last time. Stop trying to butter me up right there. Okay, so not going to. Maybe Lindy Rig 87 will do it because he says, I'm not a lady, but $20 is $20. And you know what? no lies detected in that whatsoever. All right. That, money is money. All right. Money is money there, especially in these hard financial times right there. He works hard for the money, so you better treat him right. Okay. So got to love that. So, and you know what? Shout out Donna Summer. All right. So let's move on here with the rest of the You're the Jam and My Jelly Roll. Name that movie. That'd be Lethal Weapon 3. That'd be that movie right there. So I love that. Love that movie. Okay, so it's not as good as the first two, but Lethal Weapon 3 right there. That's a great, good action movie right there. So what else to say about Christmas Vacation? Well, so one thing that's kind of interesting to look back at, or kind of surreal, is watching Juliette Lewis as Audrey Griswold, and knowing that she went on to to bigger and better things, right? Because I see her in here, and whenever I see her in Christmas Vacation or any other movie, I always picture her as Mallory Knox from Natural Born Killers. Okay, and she made quite the impression in Natural Born Killers. That whole movie made quite the impression. I mean, it just it took the country by storm in good and bad ways. Okay, so but Natural Born Killers was one of those highly controversial movies that got everybody, not everybody, but it got a lot of people like just clutching their pearls and shitting their pants and, oh my God, there's so much violence and it's so dark and all that stuff. It's like, you didn't realize that Oliver Stone, who directed Natural Born Killers, that's probably what he was going for. You're wigging out right now, and that's the exact effect that he was going for with that movie. Yeah, along with some other effects I'm sure he was going for in the movie right there. So got to love it there. So, and Beyond Formal. So of course, all four were great. Yeah, I think they all got worse as they went along. I mean, Lethal Weapon 4, it's got its merits there. I mean, I guess the thing I think it's most famous for is it all introduced us to this guy named Jet Li. Lethal Weapon 4 introduced us all to him right there. But Lethal Weapon, the first one, that's hands down the best one right there. So it's definitely the darkest, and it is definitely a Christmas movie. So Lethal Weapon, no doubt, is a Christmas movie. I mean, it starts out, the opening titles have a Christmas song playing over the opening titles, like Jingle Bell Rock. Come on. And then there's Christmas items all over the movie. They reference Christmas left and right in the movie, that kind of thing. So Lethal Weapon, just like Die Hard, just like The Long Kiss Goodnight, is a Christmas movie right there. But in the live chat, let me know, like, of a movie that you think is a Christmas movie, but you think people would be like, there ain't no friggin' way that movie's a Christmas movie. Like, they just throw a movie in the live chat. Let me know of a movie that you think like that. Because like The Long Kiss Goodnight, that would be my movie. Okay, for that right there, where I think it's a Christmas movie, but I would imagine a lot of people are like, what are you smoking, Van? What are you smoking? How the hell do you think that is a Christmas movie? That is nuts right there. I mean, what are you thinking right there with that right there? And I mean, a lot of people would.
You are a retard.
Whenever I would say that right there. But watch The Long Kiss Goodnight again, or watch it for the first time if you haven't seen it, and tell me that's not a Christmas movie right there. If you still tell me that's not a Christmas movie after you watch it, you a liar. You a liar straight from hell. You a liar. Okay, so there you go. That's how I feel about that there.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
So yeah, and I'm taking that to the bank right there. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Hey, I should make that into a country song. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, I should do that. All right. But some other stuff that, a little useless trivia that will not impress, hot ladies, at the party. If you're single and ready to mingle, don't run this by them. It will not impress them. Matter of fact, it'll end up with them calling you a dork and walking away and going home with some other dude. But so don't share this trivia with them. But the Griswold house, of course, is on a back lot there. I shouldn't say of course. It could be out in the public as well. But in this case, for Christmas Vacation, the Griswold house is on a Warner Brothers back lot. And it's actually on the same back lot as the Murtaugh house is from the Lethal Weapon movies. So it is kind of fortuitous there that Beyond Formal brought up Lethal Weapon in a way right there, because the Roger Murtaugh house, from the Lethal Weapon movies, is on the same back lot of Warner Brothers, there where the Griswold house is at, and you can actually see the Murtaugh house in at least one scene in Christmas Vacation. So they have the scene where they have Todd and Margot, the snobby neighbors, and they're driving up in their driveway, and it's right before Todd is like, "Hey, where do you plan on putting that tree?" And then Clark's like, "Bend over, I'll show you." You know, that whole scene. But when they're driving their car in their driveway, you look in the background of their driveway, you can see the Murtaugh house from the Lethal Weapon movies right there. So gotta love it. And Ravage Battle, hey, good to see you. Good to see you out there. And I'm just gonna put in bed right there with no context. I'm just gonna put that comment in there, in bed, from Ravage Battle, with no context. And I'll just let the audience, whoever's watching right now, you decide what the context is right there. So, and while you guys are deciding on that, I'm going to get another swig of my brewski right here. So go ahead and toss them back. Good stuff right there. All right. So we got all kinds of stuff we got to do here. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about is with the, it's not a woke after school special whatsoever. Okay. And, I always talk about that in my spoiler-free reviews. I wanted to make sure to mention that in here as well. Because if someone were to ask me, is Christmas Vacation a woke after school special? I have to reply to them with, hey, can Aunt Bethany hear a garbage truck driving through a nitroglycerin plant? No, of course not. So there's absolutely no woke in Christmas Vacation. It came out in a time where I'm sure some people in Hollywood had their head up their ass, okay, but not so far up their ass that they started, believing in what we call woke nowadays. Back in the day, like before we call it woke, we call it political correctness, okay? And people didn't start injecting that into movies and TV shows and all that quite yet. So Christmas Vacation was before that, and thank God it was before that whole, shameful woke era that I'm sure in 20, 30 years we'll be looking back at like, oh my God, looking back with embarrassment. Okay, right? I mean, kind of like, how you look back at history, you think about events like the internment camps for Japanese people during World War II. You look at slavery. You look at those periods of history with shame, and judgment. And so I think in 10, 20 years, well, I'm sure a lot of us are already looking at it that way, but I'm talking about like just the general public, the normie norms, will look back at this era, this woke era, and look at it in shame and like, oh my God, and just shaking their head, looking down their nose, as they should there. So, but all right, let's do this here real quick. Let's mix it up here because we are all about variety on the Movies Merica spoiler warning program. Okay. And in order to make it, variety it up, mix it up a little bit, I think the best way to do that is with a little brew review time. All right, so I have to make a full disclosure here. I did absolutely no homework. No, I did not do my due diligence when it came to this week's brew for brew review time whatsoever. I procrastinated. So if there were a nun here, I should get slapped on the hand with a ruler multiple times. Okay, so and some guys might like that in a very sick, perverse way, but not me. Okay, I would cry like a little biatch. Okay, but so that's full disclosure. That's how that's that. And that's what it's going to be. All right. So I am just flying by the seat of my pants here with this brew review time here today as I tell you about some Boulevard Whiskey Barrel Stout right here, okay? Barrel aged, as you see there, okay? And really, the extent of my review here tonight is pretty much just going to be like telling you what it tastes like, which really, when it comes to a brew review, isn't that really the most important thing? I mean, because that's what you're doing with the beer, right? You're drinking the beer. And so anything else you have to say about the brew is just fluff, right? But so, yeah, as you see, this is stout. And if you know anything about brew, a stout is one of the thicker beers right there. Okay, so, and we've got, plenty of it in here. And it's whiskey barrel stout. Okay, so, but stouts are like porters, right? Stout, porter, like Guinness, and those thicker beers right there are they're obviously higher in alcohol content and that kind of thing. And this is no different, but this isn't so heavy. This is not like drinking Aunt Jemima beer or something like drinking it straight out of a Mrs. Butterworth made a beer, drink it out of a Mrs. Butterworth bottle or something like that. Now, they do this in moderation to get the right consistency to this beer here. And they get the flavor. They knock the flavor right out of the park. I have to give it up to Boulevard for their whiskey barrel stout right here. So, and this is probably it's not the most rare beer or the most obscure beer that I've ever reviewed. So there's a pretty good chance that if you live in a city that has more than one stoplight, you could probably grab yourself some Boulevard whiskey barrel stouts. But if you can't, if you are that person that lives in Mayberry or a one stoplight town, you could, get on Open Bar or Uber Eats, some way you're going to be able to get your hands, on this beer here in this age of technology and all that stuff. So it might cost you a boatload of money for the shipping, but they'll get it to you right there. But enough yapping about this Boulevard whiskey barrel stout. Time to take a little tug off this again. Oh, yeah. Pretty good stuff right there. I give it my full endorsement, okay? And my name is Van Ebert, and I approve this message. Okay, and let's do this real quick and let you guys know about our merch, as I have like fruit flies flying all over me. What the hell? What's going on over here? So time to get the cleaning lady back here. I gave her the year off or whatever, so that must be why I've got fruit flies flying all over the place over here. So, but anyway, I know you love hearing about my insect problem. But real quick, let me tell you about our merch here, our Movies Merica merch, and then merch for other Till Death Podcast Network shows here. And as you see there at the top left, we got a so sweet, so choice Movies Merica t-shirt that you can get for yourself. And then if you're not a selfish bastard like me, you can get one for others, all right? You can give the gift of Movies Merica, to your friends and family, okay? Because nothing says, I love you, Grandma, like a Movies Merica t-shirt for dear Grandma Bessie. Okay, doesn't that sound like a grandma name, Bessie? Or maybe that sounds more like a cow's name. I don't know. So yeah, there you go. And your grandma's not a cow. I was not trying to infer that. Okay, right there. But you know what? If Grandma Bessie isn't into t-shirts, maybe she's more into cell phone cases, or maybe she's a raging alcoholic and she's more into shot glasses. Okay, well then you can grab yourself a Movies Merica shot glass or a Movies Merica phone case if you click on the merch link down in the description right there. And as you see down below, if you put in promo code MOVIES, you're going to get some free shipping, okay? So that's money left over that you can spend on some beer, maybe some Boulevard whiskey barrel stout right there. So we are already saving you money. You know why? Because we care. Yes. So grab yourself some merch via the merch link down in the description. And the Movies Merica t-shirt, you don't have to get it in black. We got it in different colors as well. We even have Movies Merica yoga pants, for God's sakes, there at the merch store. And I'm sure you're going to scroll down the Movies Merica merch there and you're like, oh my God, they have a Movies Merica version of that and that and that. And that, wow, incredible. Okay. But probably if you're looking for like a, new exhaust pipe, for your crotch rocket, probably we don't have a Movies Merica, edition of that. So for now, but someday you never no there. All right. All right, moving on here. And you know what? I think what we should do is I teased it earlier. And what we really need to do is we need to put 1 foot in the frying pan and 1 foot in the pressure cooker and really just get us sweating with a Christmas vacation quiz, okay? And but before we do that, let's ready ourselves, okay? This way, this is going to give you a chance to mentally prepare yourself for the quiz, all right? So let's just check this out here.
Tastes half as good as it looks. I think we're all in for a very big treat.
Save the neck for me, Clark.
Okay, Eddie.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man, 'cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy.
Yeah, there we go. So that should get you in a good mood. That's like a good brain cleanse right there, getting ready for the quiz. Gotta love it. And Lenny Rick 87. He's coming clean with us, folks. He's coming clean with us right there. He's confirming maybe what some of us have already suspected. He's already mentally challenged. There we go. So, and Lindy, we're getting 7. I appreciate you doing that right there. It takes a big man to admit that right there. And wait, no, I don't think he's mentally challenged because I think he hit on it. Said that must have been the director's cut right there. So, yeah. So I don't think you're as mentally challenged as you think you are because you knew that already right there. But all right, I have dilly-dallied and I have procrastinated long enough. Let's get to this quiz here. I should say I know this first one. Well, I knew the answer for it before I saw this, but I've seen this first question. So full disclosure, the other questions I have not seen the other questions, so I will be experiencing them for the first time along with you. Okay, so it also means I haven't screened this, so God knows what we might see here. So all right, there we go. All right, so any guesses? What do we got here? What's Everyone, let me know in the live chat what you think the answer is. And while you guys are doing that, hey, I got to say thank you to my man Agent X6 for the $10 Rumble Rant, saying an early Christmas to you and an early Christmas back to you, good sir, and Festivus for the rest of us. And we've got Kwanzaa, we've got Hanukkah. If you like to worship the Dark Lord, happy Satan Day to you as well. So I'm trying to cover all the bases right here. So maybe you worship Satan Claus instead of Santa Claus. I don't know. So there you go, sick bastards. All right. So what do we got here? What are our guesses? Come on. There we go. Let me have it. I should get like Graham Allen does on his show. Like, come on, Chet. You're not looking very lively. You look asleep. Come on, man. You call that a response? Come on. I'm worried about you, Chet. You're letting me down there, Chet. That's what Graham Allen always does. He rides his live chat hard. He rides them hard. And there we go. Agent X6 coming up here, stepping up to the plate like a man. All right, my final answer is A. Agent X6. I thought they lived in Cairo. Yeah, I thought they lived in Cairo with Salah from Raiders of the Lost Ark. So there we go. Got A, and yes, there you go. You guys are champs. You guys are 1 for 1 right there. So you guys brought it right there. So take a big extra tug off your drink. I wasn't referring to something else, or maybe if the other thing that you guys might have thought I was going for right there is your reward. Do that as well if you like. So by all means. So you guys win right there, and let's check out the rest of the. Well, actually, real quick here, Let's do this real quick because you guys deserve this. You guys deserve this. There we go. Absolutely. So, all right, let's move on here. Here's question numero dos. All right, I know this one too. What could it be? What could it be? No, I think I actually have some music for this. Check out this music here. Might have got rid of it. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Yeah, I think I like playing this. That's the guessing music right there. Giving you guys some time. You guys got it. You guys, man, you guys are kicking ass and taking names right there. I need to get a dumber live chat, okay? Because I need somebody to be wrong every once in a while right there. So I need to get somebody. I don't know. You need to get like somebody from a government school in the last 10 years or something like that to be part of the live chat right here because you guys are geniuses, man. You're geniuses. Ooh, this one, I don't know. I mean, I think I might be too ADD to get this one right here. I would guess D, but you guys don't have to go with mine. All right. Enough of that music. Enough of it. Right, there you go. It's a poor man Seinfeld right there. So, all right. So I'm going to go with number D right there. And number D. There we go. The letter D. Jeez, I'm the tard over here. So you guys are all geniuses. I'm the tard. Agent X6, the actual numbers. I have no idea. I will pick D. There you go. Exactly. I don't know. Let's check it out. Oh, yes. I am the greatest man. I'm the greatest man alive. Good job, Agent X6. All right, here we go. So, what could it be? Who directed Christmas Vacation? Who did? Who knows? That is true. That is true. That's what somebody who chases a D would say, Agent X6. All right, so I'm going to go with D because I know who it is. So let's find out. There we go, D. Good job, Agent X6 there. Absolutely. I mean, it turns out chasing the D works to your benefit right there. There you go. And Pete Buttigieg would say, of course, chasing the D works to your benefit. My God, is there any other choice? All right. In which year was Christmas Vacation released? I'm going with C. Going with C. Ghostbusters sure isn't Ivan. Nope. That was the last question. All right, let's find out here. Let's see what happens right there. And Agent X6 says no D chasing that time. Oh, good for you, Agent X6. They prayed the gay away. All right. There you go, Buckeye McGroin. There you go. Way to bring it right there. C for champion for you right there, Agent X6, since he wasn't chasing the D that time, for once. You got that right there. Ravage Battle. Sorry, Ravage Battle. Sorry, we have some parting gifts for you right there. A year's supply of Rice-A-Roni, the shitty San Francisco treat right there. Gotta love it. All right, so, all right, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I'm going to suck on this one right there. No, don't get excited, Agent X6. I didn't mean that way. I might be chasing the D on this one. All right, so got what do we got here? Yeah, Ravage Battle, bro, can't read. All right, so here we go. Yeah, because that's blocking it right there. So A is Sully, B is Chester, C is Morrison, D is Randall. All right, so and well, I mean, as we all know, their Ravage Battle reading is a tenet of the patriarchy. So it's actually better if you can't read, or you don't want to be like those evil white people, and because that's a tenet of the patriarchy and whiteness. So it's better that you're illiterate. So there we go. Let's find out here. All right, I shouldn't have chased the D right there, but look at Buckeye McGroin bringing it right there. So yeah, she's got bragging rights right there. This is her chance to really rub it in, not rub it out, rub it in. Okay, on the rest of us right there, because apparently, yeah, I'm slipping tonight there with my trivia right there. So it's but I think this quiz is racially biased. I think it is racially biased. That's the excuse I'm going to go with right there. This whole quiz is out of order. You're out of order. This whole quiz, this whole damn place is out of order. It's racially biased. I swear to God. All right, there you go. And Liddy Rig 87 right there. Exactly. B for bullshit. There you go. Yeah, I think that was a wrong answer. That was a racist answer. A racially biased answer. So let's do one more. All right, so right here we've got A, stumps, B, snots, C, snatch, D, scabs. No, this is not the name of the girls that Agent X6 picked up last night. And yeah, Vagine, that is not one of the name choices right there, Ravage Battle, but I like where your head's at. I get it. I like where your head's at. Love it. Love it. Look at Titty Peen Gal. She's movies, Merica now. Love it. There you go. Well, hey, welcome to the good life there, Titty Peen Gal. Love it right there. So I'm going to go with B, Snots. Of course, I'm sure you guys are probably all know it right there. And yeah. Hit that right? C is the best answer right there. Yeah, exactly. Now, maybe that's what John Hughes wanted the original name to be when he wrote the screenplay, but Warner Brothers were like, absolutely not. Hell no. All right. So they had to go with something more classy, like Snots. Okay, so let's find out what the answer is. We all know what it is. All right, I know about that shit right there. So, way to go there, people. Way to go. Like, give yourselves a hand right there. Give yourselves a hand. It's so, oh, yeah, you guys play so lovely. Don't you agree? You play so lovely. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. So, now, like, that boy good. That boy good. There you go. So, yeah. Name that movie. That boy good. Good and terrible. There you go. Love it. Love it. Snooze would work as well. There we go. So yeah, it's Sniz sounds like a tramp stamp on some lot lizard or something like that. Your life is going down the toilet. When you're wiping blood from your nose and you got a lot lizard bent over in front of you, and she's got Sniz right above her ass crack right there. That's when you're like, I've made some terrible life choices, I fear. There you go. Love it right there. So no matter how bad you think your life is right now, at least you're not there. Or maybe you are. I don't know. If you guys want to admit that you're there, you're in a safe space with people who love you. Not really. All right. So, okay, let's do this here real quick. And I want to tell you guys about some great folks. Some great folks, okay? And no, their names are not Snatch and Sniz or anything like that. But they are Flip City Magazine, okay? And Flip City Magazine is a sponsor of this show, and boy, are they champs for being so right there. And you may be asking yourself, what is Flip City Magazine? Well, Flip City Magazine is the proud replacement for Mad Magazine. Remember Mad Magazine back in the day? Alfred E. Newman, What Me Worry. You could pick up some Mad Magazine and depend on a good laugh or two, okay? Well, not so much anymore because Donald Trump broke Mad Magazine's brain, okay? And they allowed themselves to get assimilated into the woke Borg. Resistance is futile, okay? So since they got assimilated into the woke Borg, Mad Magazine, their main MO now is teaching you how to live a woke lifestyle, young man. All right, there you go. So that's what they want to do, but not Flip City Magazine. Flip City Magazine wants to crack you up right there. But let's hear it straight from the Flip City source, shall we?
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
Genuinely cutting, but also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
to get out your checkbooks. Do people use checkbooks anymore? I don't know. Or, use your card or use your Apple Pay or whatever people do nowadays. All right, I have no idea what people are. Your human ways, they frighten and confuse me because I'm just a caveman. Okay, there we go. So stole that from Saturday Night Live. There we go. All right. All right. So as you see down below, click on the Flip City link in the description down there and get yourself some Flip City magazine. And if you put in promo code MOVIES, you're going to get 10% off your order of the best non-woke comic around. Okay, so but it's more than just comics right there, because check this out. Let me show you right here. Okay, so I'm not bullshitting you. I got some Flip City right here, so check that out. Yeah, there you go. Take that, bitches. Got some Flip City right there. And look at that great artwork right there. Sports Infiltrated. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, so nice. So nice. There you go. And but yeah, they have more than just comics in here, because like they have a comic right there. So they got that in there. But then they got some cool articles there. The Boy Who Cried Racist and all kinds of good stuff. What else we got in here? Look at that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that. So we got some good articles and that kind of thing. So I mean, look at all those pages. Look at all those pages of entertainment that you can check out right there. Flip City Magazine right there. And check it out. You get to have it in your fingertips. All right? It's something you can hold instead of like flipping through a website or something like that. So very cool. Look at that shine. Look at that gleam right there. Like a new coat of wax, on your Ford Pinto right there. Love it. So yes, if you're jealous, well, stop your jealousy and get down into the Flip City, or click on the Flip City link in the description down below. All right. And again, you don't want to be that lame-o family member who goes to the family reunion like, hey, everybody, I got some Flip City magazine over here. You want to check it out? Want to read it with me? And they all they whip around. They all bust out their own copies of Flip City magazine. They're like, hey, loser, we already subscribed. Where you been, man? What the hell? You're always bringing up the rear. You're the lame gazelle in the herd. My God, you suck. So you don't want to be that person. Don't be that person. All right. Be a leader, not a follower. All right. So yeah, don't be that guy. Don't be the weak link in the chain. And definitely do that right there. And we do have some very pressing questions that deserve answers right there. And one is Ravage Battle. Are there nudes? Yeah, I mean, inquiring minds want to know. And you can make pages sticky again. Exactly right there. But the nudes, you probably have to pay a little extra for that. And I can't vouch for what you will see nude. I can't vouch for that right there. It could be a total smoke show, or it could be the human equivalent of the Michelin Man. I don't know. You might regret requesting nudes. I have no idea right there. So, but if you do get some smoke shows, then like Lindy Ring 87 said, you can make pages sticky again. And I'm sure what he's referring to there is like eating cinnamon rolls and flipping to the pages with some cinnamon roll, frosting and shit all over your head. I'm sure that's what he's referring to right there. That's how we roll there up in here. That's what I'm talking about there. All right. So what should we do next right here? We got so much stuff right there. Let's check out here. I want to do a little house cleaning and see what we got right there. And Ravage Battle, where's my testimonial? Yeah, preach it, brother right there. Well, hey, Ravage Battle, if you want to just type out your testimonial there, then I can read it, like some pastor, his Ravage Battle's testimonial. Oh, he was a brother man, and one day he was hit by the Lord, and the Lord said, you need to get yourself some Flip City magazine. And he prayed, and he dropped to his knees, and he said, Holy Father, give me some Flip City magazine. And I said, preach, brother, preach, hallelujah. See, I can do that. I can do that for you, the Ravage Battle. If you want to just type out your testimonial, and I could get all Black Church on you right there, because I'm the good Reverend Dr. Van Ebert. So gotta love it. All right, got to love it here, and let's go into there. And Ravage. There you go. Let's try that again. Ravage Battle. Flip City Magazine is better than Crumb. And you know what? That is an endorsement right there. That is an endorsement. And you can take that to the bank. All right. So let's do this here. And let's get into it is my favorite segment of every Movies Merica spoiler warning show. And that is the movie military moment, boys and girls, ladies and gents. And the movie military moment, it deserves its own special intro, like just to really tantalize you with what the movie military moment is. So let's do this. All right, yes, and you know what time it is. And the movie military moment, what is it? Well, because you're probably asking, what does the military and have to do with movies? Like, what is that? What is that all about there, Van? Please, good Reverend Dr. Van Ebert, teach us, children, what movies in the military have to do with each other. Okay, and I shall tell you. Okay, so as you would imagine, if you are someone who is awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor, because that's what the movie military moment's all about, is me taking a few minutes to pay tribute to a recipient of the Congressional Medal of Honor. Well, if you got such an honor, well, you got it for doing something momentous, something that is tantalizing to the eyeballs. You didn't get it for being the best letter sorter at the post office, the base post office. You didn't get it for eating the most mashed potatoes, at the Grub Hub on base or whatever like that. Okay, you didn't do that. You didn't, get it for getting the most drunk at the NCO club or anything like that. No, you got it for doing something cool, like, being a helicopter pilot in Vietnam, and, you're flying into a hot LZ, and you got the VC, and they're firing rounds at you, and they're firing RPGs and shit at you, and your commander's on the radio again, get that chopper, get that helo back out of here, man. You're gonna die. You're gonna crash that helo. And you say, no, man. I'm gonna get down there. We've got injured. We have to evacuate. We've got wounded down there. I gotta get those wounded out of here, and I gotta drop off the ammo for our troops and all that stuff. And so you land on the hot LZ under enemy fire, or like you're fighting an Iwo Jima. You're a Marine, and you're charging a Japanese pillbox, and you're fresh out of ammo. You see them, they're pointing their weapons at all your buddies over there, and you're like, you know what? The only thing I got is me, and there's one grenade, and that's all I got. And you charge the Japanese pillbox with your grenade. You pull a pin, you jump into the Japanese pillbox, and you take yourself out and all the Japs, and you save your buddies' lives. Okay, so stuff like that. A cool movie military moment. Okay, that's what the connection is. Because if you saw that on a movie screen right in front of your eyeballs on a big movie screen, it would just be something just fantastic. It would just be amazing to see. So we are going to get into the movie military moment, and our proud recipient of the movie military moment honor this time is Thomas Eugene Gene Atkins, a private first class that fought in World War II. And I think Private First Class Atkins deserves his own badass movie military moment music, don't you? Yes, I do. So let's take care of that right now. This is the movie military moment. And in this edition of the movie military moment, we pay homage to Private First Class Thomas Eugene Gene Atkins, a private first class who fought in World War II. And let's find out more about Private First Class Atkins. He fought gallantly on the Villa Verde Trail, Luzon, Philippine Islands. With two companions, he occupied a position on a ridge outside the perimeter defense established by the 1st Platoon on a high hill. At about 0300 hours, two companies of Japanese attacked with rifle and machine gun fire, grenades, TNT charges, and landmines, severely wounding Private First Class Atkins and killing his two companions. During the intense hostile fire and pain from his deep wound, he held his ground and returned heavy fire. After the attack was repulsed, he remained in his precarious position to repel any subsequent assaults instead of returning to the American lines for medical treatment. An enemy machine gun set up within 20 yards of his foxhole vainly attempted to drive him off or silence his gun. The Japanese repeatedly made fierce attacks, but for 4 hours, Private First Class Atkins determinedly remained in his foxhole, bearing the brunt of each assault and maintaining steady and accurate fire until each charge was repulsed. At 7 o'clock a.m., 13 enemy dead lay in front of his position. He had fired 400 rounds, all he and his 2 dead companions possessed, and had used 3 rifles until each had jammed too badly for further operations. He withdrew during a lull to secure a rifle and more ammunition and was persuaded to remain for medical treatment. While waiting, he saw a Japanese within the perimeter and, seizing a nearby rifle, killed him. A few minutes later, while lying on a litter, he discovered an enemy group moving up behind the platoon's lines. Despite his severe wounds, he sat up, delivered heavy rifle fire against the group, and forced them to withdraw. Private First Class Atkins' superb bravery and his fearless determination to hold his post against the main force of repeated enemy attacks, even though painfully wounded, were major factors in enabling his comrades to maintain their lines against a numerically superior enemy force. And we salute you, Private First Class Atkins. And this has been the Movie Military Moments. All right, yes. So I am fired up, and it is time to get ourselves out of the movie military moment, but in style. All right, and yeah, we see Lindy Rig 87 there flying Old Glory. And yes, I support and salute Old Glory there from Lindy Rig 87 there. Absolutely so. And got to love it there. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. You guys bring it every time. Regale us with your wisdom, Sir Van. So, well, let me get that in. Regale us with your wisdom, Sir Van. Well, I shall regale you with some wisdom there. Ladies and gentlemen, okay. So, shut up, grab your bottle, and gather round for Sir Van Ebert to serve up all kinds of knowledge after I visit the loo. Okay, there we go. All right, enough of that. Apparently, I've been to the UK way too many times, and I've never been there. So there we go. So that statement made absolutely 0 sense. Okay, so let's do this here, and this is the time I take to you know what? Linear 87 asks a question right there. Have you done a segment for Roy Benavidez yet? So I think I have here. Let me check here because you know what? I do back up my movies military moment recipients. I have them. I'm such a nerd. I have them on a spreadsheet. What a loser I am. What a repressed a-hole. Yes, I have. I did do Roy P. Benavidez from Vietnam. There, I have done that. So I couldn't tell you, Linda Rig 87, which episode that was. But according to my spreadsheet right here, that was a while back. So I'm guessing earlier this year is when I paid homage to Roy Benavidez, who was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor for his actions in Vietnam right there. So, and sounds like a Vietnam real life Rambo. Yeah, no doubt right there. And, you know, I love it when you hear stories about people going to the local VFW or AMVETS, and they get to meet these heroes in real life. And if you ever get the chance to do that, by all means, I mean, you can look at your, just search for your website, or go to your local AMVETS or VFW website there and just see what events they've got going on. Because if you have a chance to meet one of these guys. It's a different experience. It's an experience you'll never forget. I know I'll never forget how inadequate it made me feel. When I met Bruce Crandall. You guys might know him for the movie We Were Soldiers. There he was the helicopter pilot. He was actually portrayed by, what's that actor's name? Greg something. And We Were Soldiers right there. But so Crandall's Bruce Crandall. Sorry, Bruce Crandall's who I met in real life there. So fantastic to meet him. But so that's, if you ever get a chance, check that out right there. But right now, I just want to remind you that if you guys are appreciating what I'm doing enough to throw a few shekels my way, a few pesos my way, you can do like what Agent X6 did earlier tonight there, and he threw me $10 in a Rumble rant right there and wished me an early Merry Christmas right there. And the way you can do that, as Agent X6 apparently already knows how to do, is down by where you type in your live chat message in Rumble or YouTube. On Rumble, you just have to click on the button that has a $sign on it, and it'll just ask you how much you want to throw my way. If you appreciate me and what I'm doing here enough to throw some coinage my way. Now, if you're on YouTube, watch the show on YouTube, then you can give me what's called a super chat, and it works very similarly. Down by where you type in your live chat, just click on the button with a dollar bill on it, and it also will just ask you how much you want to donate my way, and that's it. Very easy, very simple. Okay, so like me, very, very simple right there. So I'm a Simple Jack. Well, I guess in this case, Simple Van right there. So if Simple Van here can figure out how to, give a Rumble rant or a super chat, then so can you. All right. So you have no excuse. All right. Now that's only if you really want to. I'm not going to be the guy. I'm not going to be the lame-o that's like, if you watch the show, you need to donate money. Oh, you're not very classy if you don't. I'm not that guy. I hate it when people do that. So I hate it. They don't realize how pathetic they sound right there. So, all right, let's do this real quick. But before I move on to the next thing, all right, on the docket, we'll take a little tug right there. And again, hey, if you guys are sipping some Merlot or doing some shots or whatever, go ahead and do that. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Lady Ray 87. He's coming at us with the Tropic Thunder. My head movies make my eyes rain. Love it. Gotta love it. All right. And Buckeye McGroin is cheering us right there. And, I think, she is just begging me. She's trying to get me drunk. Are you trying to take advantage of me there, Buckeye McGroin? Because if you are, I'm down, and I respect that as well. So cheers to you. There we go. You just gave me the excuse I was looking for to drink a little bit more. And hey, what am I talking about? This is my show. I should be able to drink as much as I want. All right, there we go. Love it. And Lady Rig 87 cheering up. Lady Rig 87, he's trying to get me drunk too. I think, are we going for a threesome here? I don't know. What's going on here? Oh, yeah. We get nasty on this show. Nasty. But let me try this on you. All right, let me just run this by you right here. A little segment I'm going to try on for size with y'all, and I call it Van Asks Himself Questions. Okay, and what made me think about it is, one thing that annoys me sometimes is when I'm watching interviews, and maybe this annoys you too, and maybe you'll know exactly what I'm talking about as I describe this, is when someone's being interviewed and they start interviewing themselves in the middle of the interview while someone's trying to interview them. And the most recent example I saw of this is when Pete Hegseth was just getting interviewed by Megyn Kelly a couple days ago, whenever it was. And so, Megyn Kelly's sitting there next to Pete Hegseth, and Pete Hegseth's like, so am I a perfect person? No. Did I used to drink some? Yes, I did. And are these allegations against me about this woman and what I did in the hotel true? Absolutely not. Now, will I make a good Secretary of Defense? Of course I will. And then Megyn Kelly's like, hey, dude, I'm the one who asked the questions. What are you self-interviewing yourself? Like, what the hell, So I hate it when people do that. I think I'm like Cenk Uygur. Maybe you guys probably know him. He's that, liberal loser, but I repeat myself, on the Young Turks. Okay. This is a guy that Piers Morgan has all the time on his show. And it's funny to watch that show just to see Cenk Uygur, his face turn beet red and his veins pop out of his fat neck and whatnot. But Cenk Uyghur's another one of those guys that I've seen do that as well. Am I a complete asshole? Yes, I am. Do women find me detestable? Yes, they do. Okay, so things like that. So in honor, as an homage to something that I hate and something that annoys me, I created a segment, that I not so lovingly called Van Ask Himself Question right there. And before we go to that, we need to take care of a priority. We're 87. I'm only 2 people short of a threesome. There we go. That sounds familiar. 2 people short of a threesome. Very, very familiar right there. But so to get into Van Ask Himself questions, my first question. So let's just get right into it. So, am I borderline suicidally depressed because the actress who played the lingerie saleswoman in Christmas Vacation is 70 years old? Yes. Do I feel sorry for Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character Margot getting brutally maimed by a squirrel and a Rottweiler at the same time? Knowing what I know about Julia Louis-Dreyfus now? No. Have I ever pissed the bed after age 30? Yes. Does Randy Quaid now look like the human equivalent of the rusty shit bucket RV Cousin Eddie owned? Yes. Have I screamed in rage at a Target store clerk so bad I had to be tased by store security and thrown out because they didn't have Marty Moose eggnog glasses? I can't remember. Everything's a blur. Everything's too foggy. I can't remember if that ever happened. I don't know. I know. Are you guys enjoying this interviewing of myself that I'm doing right there? I mean, I'm sure you're loving it right there. It's not at all annoying whatsoever, is it? No, not at all. Not at all. And is it obvious with all those Christmas lights that Clark Griswold put up that he didn't live in a HOA with a cheap, lying, no good, rotten, 4-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, warm-headed sack of monkey shit of an HOA president? Yeah, dumbass. Of course it's a sign that he didn't live in an HOA with, HOA president like that. No HOA would let you put up 25,000 lights or whatever it is right there. So, yeah, it's, that's, but I had to interview myself because I am an expert in all things HOA. All right. So there we go. And I am not that HOA president. Not one bit. Okay. And, let's wrap it up with, now that Marissa Tomei from My Cousin Vinny, now that Marissa Tomei is 60, would she fuck me now? It's a bullshit question. It's impossible to answer. There we go. That's my homage to Marissa Tomei, who, if you wanted to feel really old, just turned 60 right there. And the hot lady, the lingerie saleswoman, the actress who portrayed her in Christmas Vacation, is 70 years old. So, man, I tell you, we're ancient. We're ancient, okay? But, if you want to feel better, just compare yourself to Joe Biden, and you'll feel better. You know that you're not near as old as that crypt keeper right there, okay? So, let me know. What you guys think of the inaugural premiere edition of the Van Ask Himself question segment, okay? Because maybe you could pick up what I'm putting down and kind of see what I'm going for with that there. And I'm going to come up with some, an intro, a little intro video to go with it or something like that, that kind of thing. So, but I just thought I could come up with some really good questions to embarrass the shit out of myself as I interview myself in a very, pretentious way that people do and that kind of thing. And I like Pete Hegseth. I like him. But I just thought like that technique that he was doing was just just annoying. It was like, oh my God, it's like just mind-numbingly stupid, that kind of thing. So, but anyway, enough about that. All right. So, but that has been Van Ask Himself Questions. There we go. And hey, you know what? Be brutally honest. Give me the brutal truth. What you guys think of this segment there in the live chat. Let me know, like, hey, I think you should keep doing it. Needs a little improvement. Or like, God, no, Van. You need to take that segment and wipe your ass with it and flush it down the toilet ASAP. Yesterday. You need to do that yesterday. Okay. Let me know. Let me have it. I can take criticism. I'm not fragile and delicate or anything like that. So, all right, real quick here, I want to let you guys know that next week, the movie for next week will be another Christmas movie, because there really isn't any movies on the theaters that I'm really like dying to see or anything like that. Okay. And so I'm just like, nothing that really like blows my skirt up or anything like that. So I am going to review another Christmas movie, and it works out because it works out that there's just nothing but really lame movies out for now. Okay. So it works out because it gives me the opportunity to do more Christmas movies. And so next week's movie is going to be Fat Man. Fat Man, the Christmas movie with Mel Gibson and Walton Goggins and Jean-Baptiste. What is her name? Marianne Jean-Baptiste. There we go. Say that 10 times real fast while drool comes out of my mouth. There we go. So, but Fat Man, if you haven't seen it, man, well, I'm not going to give up the ghost, all right? I'm not going to give up my shit, okay? So, because I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review of Fat Man this Sunday, okay? And that's going to be part of my Movies Merica live show that I come out with every Sunday afternoon, if I can stammer that out. And that comes out on 4 Eastern, 3 Central, 2 Mountain, and 1 Pacific in the afternoon on Sundays. My Movies Merica live show, spoiler-free review of, in this case, this week, Fat Man with Mel Gibson, okay? And, so I'll be going over that. I'll be doing a little deep dive, a little autopsy, cross my T's and dot my I's and all that stuff about Fat Man this week, this Sunday, okay? So, and then next week, during Movies America Spoiler Warning, I will be doing the Fat Man deep dive and trying to cover some stuff that I didn't cover on the Sunday show, but I'll be doing it chock full of spoilers. Or I'm going to spoil you rotten when it comes to Fat Man. Okay, so between Sunday and Thursday, you may want to watch Fat Man if you haven't already, depending on my spoiler-free review. Okay, so if you've already seen the movie, well, then my spoiler-free review on Sunday is irrelevant. You've already seen it. But if you haven't seen Fat Man, you may or may want to see it. That all depends on my review on Sunday. Okay. But the really cool thing about next week's Movies America Spoiler Warning show is I am going to have Siaka Massaquoi as my special guest. And you may know him from the Babylon Bee, and he's been on Blaze TV and Fox News, and he's been all over the place and whatnot. So Siaka Massaquoi is going to be on with me, and you see him there. He's a black Jeremy Boring from the Daily Wire right there. So he's the flamethrower. So there's white Jeremy Boring. And now I will be having black Jeremy Boring right there on Movies America Spoiler Warning next week right there. So there we go. And now I will not have Ben Shapiro on the show, or white Jeremy Boring right there. And that's him on Fox News as well. And he was one of the people that was unfairly persecuted, or is being unfairly persecuted from by the DOJ right there. And I'm sure Trump will take care of that. But that's him. He's also on the Babylon Bee, January 6th, the deadliest day ever, fake like mockumentary right there, if I could spit that out. And then there's my man Siaka with my man Jason Whitlock on Blaze TV right there. And so we'll be having the gentleman on the right there, Siaka Massaquoi, who's also a ex-Iowa Hawkeye wide receiver as well before he got into the political game and all that stuff. He will be on to help me go over Fat Man next week during Movies America. Spoiler warning right there. So definitely check that out. And, feel free to, YouTube or Rumble, Siaka Massaquoi right there, and check out all the stuff that he's done. He's got quite the lineup on there. You'll see him on Fox News and Blaze and Daily Wire and all kinds of stuff as well. So all kinds of, he's been out there in the news and that kind of thing. So he's a man who's been places. That's for sure right there. Gotta love it right there. And Ravage Battle, Movies America for life, yo. Yeah, exactly. Yo, Mr. White. Yo, Movies America for life. Yo, Mr. White. Science. Yeah, I'm going to science the shit out of that. There you go. And Ravage Battle is Jeremy has a squirrel on his head. Let's check that out. Let's check that out right there. Let's do that again right there. Let's see if he's got a squirrel on his head. Let's do that right there. Let's see if we can. Let's play a little game called Spot the Squirrel. There he is. Oh, yeah, there he is. It's a squirrel. Yes, right there. Right there. I don't know if you see my cursor right there, but yeah, everybody, Ravage Battle, I think you're onto something right there. Now, that is not Peanut the squirrel, okay? As we all know, Peanut was unjustly taken away from us along with his raccoon buddy. What was his raccoon buddy's name? Fred? I think that's what his raccoon buddy's name was right there. But, yeah, so, yeah, I think, Jeremy Boring's got a raccoon on his head. And actually, you see, you got Siaka. Yeah, Siaka is a black Jeremy right there. He's got kind of a squirrel on his head there as well. There you go. Looks like they went to Maury's Wigs from Goodfellas right there. But, yeah, definitely check out the show. Movies America, spoiler warning, next Thursday night there with Siaka and myself. So let's check out everything right here. Do a little house cleaning right there because I run a tight ship, yo. All right. Because that's why I get comments like Movies America for life, yo. Okay. Because I run a tight ship right there. And, I love that right there. Whenever I hear yo, I always got to think about half-baked.
Bunions.
And I definitely think about this guy.
Fuck you.
Oh, yeah. So watch my show, Movies America. Yo, there you go. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And so we are getting ready to wrap this up right there. And Ravage Battle, I think you're onto something right there. So, yep, I was picking up what you're putting down. It is a toupee there from Maury's Wigs. And so getting ready to wrap up the show right here. But real quick, go ahead and give me a follow, okay? If you guys aren't following me already on X, on Facebook, on Rumble, on Gab, you're going to find me on all those platforms under @Movies America, okay? And if you do follow me on any of those platforms, if you're not following me already, go ahead and do that. And then also let me know. If you go to X, go to my X profile under @Movies America, and just direct message me on there and let me know, like, hey, Van, I followed you on this platform and that platform and that platform and that platform. And you know what? I will follow you on that platform and that platform and that platform and that platform back, okay? Because you were cool enough, you were nice enough to follow me. I'm going to follow you, or I'm going to do you a solid because you did me a solid right there. Now, if you're already following me, well, you know what? I would not exactly be offended if you forwarded my link to my Rumble, my X page, my Facebook page, my Gab page, to anybody that you even remotely suspect is into movies, okay? Forward my link to anybody even remotely expect or suspect would be into that, okay? I would appreciate that, and then they can let me know that they follow me, and I will follow them back. That's how it all operates. That's how a pyramid scheme works. No, I'm kidding. All right, so there we go. You get to follow me for free, okay? Let me rephrase that because I made myself sound all pretentious. You get to follow me. No, you follow me right there. I am honored to have you follow me. But anyway, so do that right there and let me know. So that way they'll follow me and they'll know about all the past episodes that I've done, because I've done a shitload of past episodes and I'm gonna do a shitload of future episodes as well. There we go. But as we get ready to wrap up the show, let me let you guys know about some great websites that you really need to save as favorites in your browser, okay, if you haven't already. And the first one is solo.to/movies Merica. And why would you want to save that as a favorite? Well, that's because that's the one-stop shop for all the links to everything Movies Merica. Okay, my Facebook page, my Letterboxd page, my critic list page, my X page, my blah, 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 blah. See where I'm going with that? There you go. All things Movies Merica. Okay, so that's why the website is the shit. Okay, so go to solo.to/movies Merica and then just save it as a favorite or a bookmark on your favorite browser. All right, there you go. All the cool kids are doing it. And the next one is www.moviesmerica.com. And this is where you would want to go only if you want to just check out like the podcast audio versions of my Movies Merica live show that I do every Sunday, the spoiler-free version of the show. And you can check it out at moviesmerica.com, or you can check out the audio podcast versions on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, okay, anywhere that you would imagine you could find podcasts at. Just look for Movies Merica. And then if you check me out on Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, pretty please with sugar on top and sprinkles, give me a 5-star rating if you so desire. Okay. And the next place you should go is, and I kind of touched on this a little earlier, this is all about me being on social media, okay? And so I'm on X, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Gab, all under the handle at Movies Merica. I know, very, very complicated, okay? And I'm on Facebook as well there, so follow me there if you so would desire. That made no sense. All right, and at tdpn.locals.com, I'm not going to get into that too much because I did a deep dive on that earlier. That is just our Till Death Podcast Network website there with all kinds of cool shit for you to check out. Also, we have our merch store, as I talked about earlier. The merch store down in the description. So again, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Festivus, Hanukkah, happy Satan Claus Day is coming up, and it's the gift giving season. So get yourself some Movies Merica merch for all your loved ones right there. Okay, they make great stocking stuffers, or if you want to give your wife the most lame gift that a husband can give a wife, and give her a Movies Merica phone case, and then she'll initiate divorce proceedings shortly thereafter. You can get yourself, you can go to the merch store right there and get your wife a lame Movies Merica gift right there. But I would suggest getting something that is going to endear you to her a little bit more. And gentlemen, the payoff will be worth it. There we go. All right. And then check out solo.to/Till Death Pod Network. That's where you would go for the one-stop shop of all the links that have to do with anything Till Death Podcast Network related. So, my shows, the Whiskey Capitalist Podcast Show, Sipping with Sean, Till Death Podcast Network there. So all the Till Death Podcast Network shows, check it out right there and save that as a favorite. And next is solo.to/Till Death Studios. And why you would want to go to that show is why would you want to go to that link? Well, it's if you're a content creator like myself, okay, where you have a show like this, and you're like, my show looks so boring. Like, there's nothing to it. It's just so bland, and it's just black and white and dull. So if you're like that and you want to add some flair, like Office Space, tchotchke style, you want to add some pieces of flair to your show, well, go to solo.to/Till Death Studios, and my man Ian will hook you up with cool shit, all right? Like the intro video to the show, or like the movie military moment intro that you saw. Cool shit, or like the overlay that you see up there at the top, that kind of stuff. But you have to take the first step. You have to reach out to Ian at solo.to/Till Death Studios, and he will get you the good stuff. The good stuff, yes. All right. And then solo.to/I'm Sean Cav. That's where you would want to go here, as my voice gives out, to see all the links that have to do with my man Sean Cav here on the Till Death Podcast Network. So I bet you're going to find links, or a link to his Sipping with Sean show, to his ebooks that he writes. So check out his ebooks. He likes to he provides valuable life advice there, drink recipes, all that stuff, all kinds of cool stuff at solo.to/I'm Sean Cav. And we have solo.to/the Whiskey Capitalist. And that's where you'd want to go, again, for all the links to anything that has to do with that wild and wacky show you see every Monday and Wednesday night, and then every other Tuesday night, the Whiskey Capitalist Podcast. So join them on that show. But the best way to find the links to all their shows, past and present, is solo.to/the Whiskey Capitalist right there. Save it as a link or a bookmark or a favorite in your browser, or you suck. There you go. And then last but certainly not least, solo.to/Till Death Podcast. And that is the website that contains all the links that have to do with the show that started it all on the Till Death Podcast Network, the Till Death Podcast show that comes on every other Saturday afternoon right there. And so if you don't want to have to guess, like, hey, is there a show this Saturday for the Till Death Podcast show? Well, no, you don't have to guess, all right, because you've got solo.to/Till Death Podcast saved in your favorites like a champ, like a boss, okay? And the Till Death Podcast show, that is the show with my man Ian and his lovely bride Jen, as I go over current events, you know, the hot button sizzling topics of the day, politics, entertainment, all marinated in their marital mirth, okay? They give it the husband and wife treatment. They bust each other's balls, as husbands and wives tend to do, okay? And so check out their show, the Till Death Podcast show, every other Saturday afternoon. And if you're doubtful as far as like, or you're wondering what time that comes on every other Saturday, solo.to/Till Death Podcast is the place to go to find that out, all right? So are you guys all excited about that? Sounds like you are. Sounds like you are right there. And so you should definitely go there and save all those sites as favorites.
Yeah.
Absolutely, right there. So as we get ready to round it up right there, we've got, there we go. Yeah. Movies, Merica, marketing right there. Yes, 3M right there. So yes, it's not a scam at all. And you do want to express yourself, right? With your flair, your pieces of flair right there. You want to, this is me expressing myself. All right, there you go. Yeah, I'm expressing myself. Office Space. Fantastic, classic movie right there. But again, follow me on all those platforms under @MoviesMerica. I will follow you back. And again, this Sunday afternoon, Fat Man with Mel Gibson will be the Movies Merica Live movie, or Movies Merica Live movie that I will be going over on that show. There we go. Say that 10 times real fast. And then again, next week, Movies Merica spoiler warning with Siaka Massaquoi as my special guest. I am so honored to have him on the show right there. It'll be so choice. It'll be so awesome. Yes, it will. Okay, so, but all right, let's get ready to wrap it up real quick right here and tell your friends all about the show. And but with that, everybody, get out there, people. Those movies aren't going to watch themselves. See ya.
buddy? Hey! I got the police after me. They're coming after me, okay? But I got just enough time to ask you. Just like this video, if you would, and then subscribe to this channel, okay? I'm gonna be in handcuffs pretty soon. I gotta tell you. Hey, so before they haul me off, make sure you watch these videos over here, okay? And thanks for watching this video and the Till Death Podcast Network, okay? I gotta go.